Jeremy.
Will, we appreciate you coming on the show. Means a lot to us. You are one of the filthiest pitchers I've ever seen. Your stuff is amazing. So I want to know, what is your favorite pitch to throw and why?
Well, I love throwing my slider. Um, I don't know if I have a reason for throwing it. I think it's just I know it's good, so I trust that I'm gonna have good results when I throw it, whether it's in the zone, out of the zone, two strikes, any of that. But yeah, I mean, I learned that pitch. I've said before, I learned that when I got drafted, and it kind of just took off. And I was like, oh, I knew it was good, but I didn't know it was this good. And so now, I guess now when I got to AAA, obviously the hitters are more polished. They're not going to swing at stuff out of the zone, especially with ABS. And so, yeah, I mean, having to use my other pitches in the zone and then being able to use that slider to basically get them to swing and chase and stuff like that it made a huge difference in AAA. And so I guess that's the pitch I like to go to.
You've definitely made plenty of people look silly up there.
That's what I'm trying.
As a AAA guy just knocking on the door of the major leagues, what's it like for you seeing Garrett Cole, the ace of the staff, about to win a Cy Young? And how excited does that make you that you could be pitching in the same rotation as him next year?
I actually just talked to my dad about this like the past week, and it was like we said, we had, Wells is there, Jason's there, Pereira's there, Peraza is there, Cabrera's up there, Ben's there, like all these guys that I've just I've been close with either by the past year or like the last 2 years. And those are like all my boys. Like we're close, and we've grinded it out in the minor leagues and stuff. And then he's like, just imagine like when you get there, like if you get there, like we're supposed to, you're going to be playing next to your guys, your boys, and then you're going to have the Judges and the Garrett Coles and the Stantons, and like he's like, it's going to be awesome. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be with superstars and my boys, and I'm going to be there. Like, it's going to be sick. So it's exciting to think about it for sure. Like, I mean, we try to watch as many games as possible, especially in Scranton, because, you got guys going up and down all the time. So we're constantly running pitch comms down and watching the games. So
nice.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. Hopefully that's
nice.
Soon to happen. We'll see.
And before I throw it to TC, I just want to let you know, as a Yankee fan, us Yankee fans, we like the big free agent, the big ticket item when they go out there and get them. But when there's prospects that come up, we go hard and we root for our prospects more than anything else in the world.
Yeah.
Just got to let you know, when it comes to the young group that's up right now, us fans, I just want you to know, as a fan, we are super excited to see what's going on with this young group of kids.
Yeah.
Go ahead, TC.
Sure. Yes.
I want to ask you about your high school baseball experience. I'm currently a high school athlete, so I want to know your favorite high school baseball moment.
Well, I went to Jackson Prep in Flowood, Mississippi. We were a bit of a powerhouse, toot the horn there. So my favorite baseball memories, we won 3 state championships in a row. So I won my first year on the baseball team, but I threw 3 innings. I threw 78 miles an hour in 10th grade. And the next year I grew like 9 inches because I finally hit puberty and came back, and I was like the starter, the day one starter or whatever. We lost in the state championship to one of our rivals. And then the next year, I guess that would be my favorite baseball memory, we beat them in the championship to win my senior year. And
that's amazing.
It was
that's great.
I just remember dogpiling and stuff like that. And then now my brother's in high school, and he won his first state championship last year, and it was like
awesome
on the same field that I won my first state championship. So
that's amazing.
My school just celebrated winning more than 10 games for the first time in like 10 years. So.
Hey, you got to start somewhere. You got to start
somewhere, Jeremy.
So this is a little bit of a 2-part question, but I got to hear what you're going to answer to this first. Are you a bubblegum or a sunflower seed guy?
That's a great question.
Mitch Spence and I refer to ourselves as seed killers because our mouth is so dry and salty at the end of it. It's like, oh, we got to quit eating these. And you can't because you're just sitting there for 9 innings. You're like, I got to eat seeds.
Yeah.
So that brings me up to
That's
the
dope.
second part of my question. You pitch one out of every 5 days. What are you doing in the dugout to keep yourself busy when you're not pitching?
This is going to sound really unprofessional, but Edgar, Barkley, Clayton Beater, and Mitch and I, we would take the bubble gum wrappers and we would build lawn darts, is what they're called. And they're like little paper planes with the bubble gum wrapper. And then we would see how far we could throw them.
I love it.
Between. So you're like watching the game as you're building them. And then when the in-between inning comes, you just throw it as far as you can. And Edgar and Beater both got them to the pitcher's mound.
That's hilarious.
So,
That
but
is
I mean, we're
hilarious.
locked in. We're obviously locked in the game. We're supporting, like, you know, whoever's up there and stuff, like, especially as a starting pitcher staff. Like, we call it. So originally Tanner Tully was our captain because he was the oldest, and he went to Korea to play. And then so Mitch took over being captain because Brito and Randy are obviously going up and down. So we were like, we can't have one of them be our captain because they're going to be, when they come back down, they're going to just be checked out. So we were like, Mitch is our captain. So he kept us, you know, focused. Let's, you know, it's the Yankee tradition. You go down early, watch pregame bullpen, high five, everybody walks down together. And then obviously in the dugout as much as possible, watching and supporting your team. And then lawn darts.
Can't forget the long darts. This is
Lawn
the most important part of it. Go ahead, T.
Before I ask my question, I find it funny because me and Hector were just talking about how I hadn't played Fortnite in years before the show started. And then you bring that up. So I say the three of us hop on there just for the hell of it.
Let's go, Jeremy.
But Nathan asked you before about what it's like playing in Scranton, a beautiful stadium out there. I want to know, is there one stadium in Major League Baseball that you would love to pitch at besides Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, Pittsburgh. It's sick. I think it's the coolest stadium out there. Like, you got the river running behind with the bridge. I think, you know, the stadium's big itself. But, like, if you just – when you look at pictures online, it's like, dang, that stadium is, like, super nice. Which, funny you say that because when we played Charlotte, that stadium is beautiful. Like, that might be the best AAA stadium is Charlotte. And I was telling my buddies about it the other day. I was like, dude, that was the first place I played in AAA. So I thought it was all supposed to be like that. And it's definitely not.
Love it.